Leo, when Mars becomes domicile from October 26th to December 6th, 2025, the lion reclaims the throne. Under the fiery skies of late October 2025, Leo, the universe turns its eyes toward you. Mars, the planet of courage, drive, and unstoppable will, moves into its domicile, a position of full strength and mastery. In Thai astrology, this phase is called Kese Tradapodi, the moment when a planet resides in its own home, powerful, stable, and self-sustaining. For you, Leo, this is no ordinary transit. This is a cosmic ignition, a time when your strength, ambition, and passion return after months of uncertainty. But as always with the stars, great power also brings great responsibility. Between October 26th and December 6th, four major forces will shape your destiny. 1. The unlocking of Mars, the flame of courage and fortune and assets. 2. Jupiter's protection from behind the veil. 3. The weakened Sun and Venus, testing your confidence and leadership. 4. Mercury's erratic dance, bringing both confusion and clarity in money and communication. Let's step into the story of your stars and discover what the universe is really trying to teach you. 1. Mars and domicile. The unstoppable force of the lion. When Mars enters its domicile, it becomes the ruler of its own house, confident, fearless, and unshakable. For Leo, Mars now influences two major houses: the house of Dharma and fortune, your faith, wisdom, and long-term success, and the house of property and stability, your home, land, and roots. That means Mars is giving you both fire and foundation at once, a rare combination that builds lasting power, not just quick success. Imagine this as the universe placing a sword and a shield in your hands at the same time. You have the drive to conquer and the means to protect what you've built. Opportunities begin with stability. You might suddenly feel drawn to secure something tangible, a house, land, car, or even an investment that give you security. Some Leos will buy property, renovate a home, or expand their business base. Others may finally pay off debts or transform a possession into a source of income, such as renting out property or turning a family space into a business. Mars doesn't bring slow, lazy progress. It pushes forward. So if you've been waiting to make a move about property, assets, or financial grounding, this is your green light. Unconventional success, but there's more. Mars also connects to Uranus and Phracate during this transit, planets that rule sudden breakthroughs, new technology, and spiritual awakenings. This means success may come from unusual or innovative paths. You might profit through technology, design, AI, or a skill that sets you apart from the crowd. Some Leos could launch a side project, perhaps something online, global, or futuristic that unexpectedly takes off. A Thai astrologer might describe this as fortune from the unconventional. It's the kind of success story where you surprise even yourself. Example: imagine a Leo who's been experimenting with creating AI art or running a YouTube channel about design. Suddenly, during this transit, one video goes viral, leading to sponsors, partnerships, or career recognition. That's Mars working in its full strength, giving tangible reward to bold creativity. Caution: the fire within, yet every flame can burn. Mars in domicile gives immense courage, but also amplifies impatience and ego, especially for a fire sign like Leo. You may want things done fast, or get frustrated when others can't keep up. So the challenge is, lead with action, not anger. If you can channel your energy into strategy, not reaction, you'll rise higher than ever before. 2. Jupiter in the house of the hidden, wisdom behind the curtain. While Mars lights your outer world on fire, Jupiter quietly protects you from the shadows. In Thai astrology, Jupiter now resides in the house of the unseen, the 12th house, where hidden forces, karma, and inner growth reside. Normally, the 12th house feels like isolation or retreat, but Jupiter here is Mahawaj, supremely powerful yet invisible. It's like having a guardian angel working backstage. Behind the scenes miracles, you might not see your luck right away. The blessings come in quiet ways, someone recommending you when you're not around, or problem solving themselves without your effort. Example, you may apply for a position and think you're forgotten, but weeks later, you're called back because a manager remembered your energy. Or you might be saved from a bad decision at the last minute, seemingly by coincidence. This is Jupiter's hand, guiding and protecting from behind the curtain. Success in secret or solitude, some Leos will thrive in behind-the-scenes work, research, writing, art, or spirituality. This is the time when your most valuable projects are not the loudest ones, but the ones done in silence. If you work in psychology, design, medicine, or anything that requires solitude, expect powerful insights. You're being trained to lead later, but first, to understand yourself deeply. The suffering fortune, however, Jupiter here blessings that come through challenges. You might lose something first, only to gain something better afterward. You could spend money unexpectedly, but it leads to meeting someone important. Or a small loss pushes you to rethink a bigger plan, which later brings fortune. So, if you face an inconvenience during this period, don't panic. Sometimes, the universe delays you to protect you. The spiritual message: this is a sacred window for spiritual practice. Meditation, acts of kindness done in private, charity, prayer, or silent retreats, all are deeply supported by Jupiter now. Every merit you make multiplies. Every good thought plants a seed for the next cycle of prosperity. If life feels quieter, it's not emptiness, it's recalibration. Jupiter is reminding you, your true power comes from peace, not performance. 3. The Sun and Venus weaken, the test of ego and leadership. Now we come to your most delicate lesson. While Mars and Jupiter empower you in practical and spiritual ways, your Sun, your ruling planet, becomes weakened. Venus, which governs your relationships, social status, and charm, also falls into the same state. It's as if your royal crown feels a bit heavier, your sparkle dimmed. A crisis of confidence, you may feel like you're losing control, as if your authority or influence isn't being recognized. You might experience frustration when others don't appreciate your effort, or when teamwork feels off balance. At work, it could show up as being overlooked for a position, or feeling that your voice carries less weight. In relationships, you may sense distance or misalignment, not necessarily conflict, but emotional fatigue. This is not punishment, it's recalibration. The cosmos is reminding you, your value doesn't depend on applause. When leadership feels lonely, Leo's nature is to shine, to inspire, to lead. But during this phase, the stars ask you to lead quietly, from behind the scenes rather than the spotlight. It's time to prove that your leadership is based on integrity, not ego. Example, you might guide a project or help someone succeed without taking credit. Later, that person becomes a key ally or helps you in ways you didn't expect. This is the art of leading with humility. And ironically, when you stop trying to prove your strength, everyone around you begins to see it clearly. Venus weakens. Relationships under pressure with Venus also weak. Emotions can run cold or misunderstood. It's easy to feel that love, friendships, or public approval are slipping away. But again, this is the universe teaching emotional maturity. If someone distances themselves, don't chase. If plans fall through, don't despair. Focus on genuine, long-term connections, not validation. The key advice during this phase: don't compete for spotlight or praise. Build value quietly. Create something real, even if no one sees it yet. Because when Mars and Jupiter synchronize again, the world will recognize what you've built in silence. 4. Mercury's chaos, the trickster of finance and communication. Finally, let's talk about Mercury, your planet of money, trade, communication, and agreements. Between late November and early December, Mercury turns erratic. This means plans, deals, and communications may not go as expected. But hidden in the chaos lies opportunity for those who stay alert. Financial ups and downs, money may flow in unexpectedly and flow out just as fast. If you get an offer, commission, or a chance to close a deal, act fast but wisely. Don't overthink, yet don't rush blindly. Example, You might receive an urgent proposal that seems small, but it later becomes a recurring income source. Or a client you thought was gone suddenly returns with a bigger offer. Still, check every number and document. Mercury in this state can cause delays, calculation errors, or missing details. Avoid signing contracts without reviewing fine print. Digital confusion Mercury also rules technology and communication. Emails may go missing. Devices might malfunction. Or you could accidentally send the wrong message to the wrong person, so double check before hitting send. This transit tests your focus and clarity. But if you stay grounded, Mercury's chaos can lead you to a better system, or even teach you something new about organization and patience. The grand summary. The Lion's lesson. So, what does it all mean, Leo? From October 26th to December 6th, the universe gives you power, wisdom, humility, and awareness, all at once. You stand at the center of 4 cosmic forces. Mars, your engine of action, unlocking new opportunities in property, wealth, and purpose. Jupiter, your guardian in the shadows, guiding unseen blessings and protection. Sun and Venus, your inner test, teaching you humility, grace, and silent strength. Mercury, your mind's mirror, reflecting the importance of detail, truth, and communication. It's a season of balance between the visible and invisible, between power and peace. If you are bold, but calm, you will achieve something remarkable, not by shouting, but by aligning. If you are confident, but humble, you'll command respect that lasts far beyond this transit. If you are grounded but visionary, you'll turn property into prosperity, work into wisdom, and solitude into spiritual strength. Real-life manifestations. What you might experience career, a project you started months ago begins to stabilize. You might receive an offer connected to property, real estate, design, or teaching. Finance. Opportunities appear suddenly. You may spend unexpectedly but gain long-term assets. Avoid risky speculation or unclear deals. Relationships. Temporary distance brings truth. Focus on authenticity, not attention. Spirituality. Solitude becomes power. A quiet mind reveals your next direction. Health. Energy returns, but beware of stress-related fatigue. Balance fire with rest. The Leo stands in the twilight of October, the battlefield of the year almost behind them. The storms of ego, the shadows of doubt, and the silence of solitude all have forged something unbreakable inside. And then Mars ignites. The fire returns to your eyes. Your heart, once tired, beats with purpose again. You remember who you are, the lion who never truly lost the throne, only waited for the right moment to roar. As Mars reaches its full strength, your destiny calls. Rise not with pride, but with purpose. The path ahead is not about fighting the world, it's about mastering your own energy. Because once you do, the universe will move mountains for you. So Leo, between October 26th and December 6th, guard your fire, build your foundation, act with wisdom, and speak with truth. The cosmos is opening doors that only the brave can walk through. And this time, the brave one is you.